Stern staffers and road rage. No, no, no.
From high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Mike Hambrick. Certain Stern staffers plagued by road rage should remember people who fly into a rage always make a bad landing. It's Howard 100 News Investigates with John Lieberman.
It was short, but it was explosive, and it was at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, you add all those things together. It's a wild ride.
Stern Show producer Jason Kaplan hinting that on the way into work one recent morning, his driver, colleague Will Murray, engaged in a road rage incident. With some prodding, Mr. Murray revealing the details.
Well, I woke up and I didn't think my heat was working, so I was already in a piss-poor mood. And then Jason gets in the car and he's like coughing phlegm all over the place. And then I just get out of the Lincoln Tunnel and some asshole cuts me off. And I just don't let that shit fly. So we got to a traffic light and I pulled up right next to him, hoping he didn't have a gun to shoot me with. And he rolled down his window. I said, "What the fuck is your problem?" And he rolled down his window. He goes, "Obviously, I didn't see you." I said, "You cut me off, you fucking cunt." And at that point, he no longer wanted to take part in the conversation, and he rolled up his window.
It turns out this isn't the first major confrontation Will has had in the presence of Jason. 1 decade ago, another incident occurred.
I think I, yelled something at a homeless guy. And then he was on a bike, which is never a good move because, it's quicker than when he's got a full shopping cart. So I yelled something at him. This is 10 years ago. I was much more immature. And we came to a traffic light. We just see him on his bike, wheeling up, like the Wicked Witch of the West, on his fucking bike. And he's got a knife in his hand. He starts pounding on the taxi cab window. And Jason's freaking out a little bit. The taxi driver's freaking out. We're like, "Dude, just go, drive." And he took off and that was the last time I saw the homeless guy. But we were actually going to our first scores party that night, so it was a bit of a buzzkill to start the night. But, we got over it.
John Lieberman, Howard 100 News.
Follow The Howard Stern Show on Twitter. Go to twitter.com/Stern Show.
The countdown is on for the first ever Kitten Bowl, Super Bowl Sunday on the Hallmark Channel. Host Beth Stern is excited to have John Sterling doing the play-by-play. Sterling says he feels a connection with Howard Stern. It's Howard 100 News Behind the Scenes with Lisa G.
When I saw his movie, Private Parts, the story of his life, well, I loved it. And you know why? Because it mirrored my life.
John Sterling has been the announcer for the New York Yankees for the past 25 years and is probably best known for this.
Yankees win! Yankees win!
But he says, like Howard Stern would tell you, it took a lot of hard work to get to where he is today.
I started really small in really small stations doing everything.
And what really stood out for John when watching Private Parts is how Howard had to stand up to management.
Everyone told him to, shut up and play the record.
Absolutely. That's what they told me. I was a disc jockey when I began. You have to be at small station. You do everything. You read news. I did funeral shows. I did everything. And they kept telling me, shut up and play the music. And you know what I realized? I'm not going to shut up. I was going to try to perfect my personality.
And that he felt would get him to the big time faster than just being your typical DJ.
I'm sure Howard would tell you the same thing. When kids come, they want to do the Yankees. And they don't know how long the climb is or how tough the climb is. And the one thing I tell them, never listen to no.
Lisa G., Howard 100 News.
Health news.
Gary has been battling toe fungus.
Retard news.
I'm going nuts, baby!
Midget news. Howard 100 News. All Stern News.
What's going on, Howard?
All the time.
Rolling Stone calls her the most outrageously funny woman alive. Regular Stern Show guest Sarah Silverman getting her first ever HBO comedy stand-up special. Sarah is excited.
I always wanted to do a special with a teeny tiny crowd.
Love this, the HBO 39.
There's less people laughing. It happens in a more direct kind of ping pong version. I either wanted to call it We Are Miracles or We Are Molecules.
There was a time where you could fit 1 million of me on the head of a pin. There was a time where I lived in my dad's balls. That's the only life I knew.
Sarah Silverman's first HBO comedy special, We Are Miracles, to air November 23rd, HBO, 10 p.m. Eastern. Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour. are as close as we can get.
Howard 100.